Hey guys, my name is Bharat and welcome to Brand Device, where we talk about business and finance in Germany in English. Now, this is an important video because I understand many of you are having problems opening up your brokerage with Trade Republic, which is what I generally prefer because the rates are really low and it is very beginner friendly because the interface and everything is very clean. And also you can start investing with just 25 euros a month. Now it got even sunk down to 10 euros a month and you just have to pay 1 euro per trade. Whereas if you take a look at most of the other German brokers, they're generally charging like anywhere from 4 euros to like some percentage of the amount that you're putting inside, and percentage is something that I absolutely always hate because it doesn't matter then how much money you're putting aside, it's always increasing because it is a person. It is not a flat rate where like maybe there's a specific amount and if you invest more than that, you're actually reducing the percentage cost that you're paying as a commission. So Trade Republic, because of its savings plan, because it doesn't charge any kind of commission, it has been my personal favorite. The second criteria that I have while choosing a brokerage is that it should be a German brokerage so that you don't have problems with taxes, because if you're going with a German broker, the broker is automatically going to calculate your taxes and then give it to the Finanzamt. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to fill out any Steuererklärung or anything like that for the dividends because the broker does it for you. But if you're going with any of these eToro, DGiro, Trade 212, whatever other thing is out there, they are not German brokers. So like in the end, you will be stuck with a lot more paperwork. I'm doing my taxes these days and it is without including the brokerage and everything because I don't have to do it because Trade Republic took care of all of that stress for me. So again, this is also something similar that I want you to have. So let me just show you some kind of comments. Then we are going to go to just ETF. We are going to take a look at the ETF Msci world and we will see what kind of options we have in front of us. And I want to give you complete information in this video alone so that once this video is done, you can just go ahead with confidence and open your broker account, because the longer you're just waiting and not doing anything, you're just missing out on all of the compound interest that you will be able to generate once you're already in the market. So now let's go to the whiteboard and see what kind of comments and suggestions people have had so far. Alright, so now we're at the screen, and if you guys have been joining me in the live sessions, you know how much I love working with this whiteboard because it's just so intuitive. And sometimes we also have the access to the viewer, so you can also like come inside, do your post-its. So we were talking about what kind of problems like people are having. So for example, Abhijit Laha was saying, hi Bharat, how to open account in Trade Republic being an Indian living in Germany, provided that I only have blue card, not PR or German citizenship. Then Tanvi was saying, hey Bharat, how were you able to open a depot with Trade Republic? I tried it again and always get the message that documents of this nationality Indians are not supported. So Tanvi, I'm a German national, so I don't have the Indian passport anymore. That's why like for me it was not a problem at all. Then Aditya is saying, hi, the content you share is excellent. It takes a lot of time and effort to create this and it is well explained. Thank you so much for saying that, Aditya. That's very kind of you. I have a question. I'm living in Germany and I tried to create an account with Trade Republic with my Indian passport and the online depot account process did not accept my application. I asked customer care about alternatives like post-ident, but they said it is not supported for Indian passport, which is not true. Like, well, post-ident is supported for Indian passport. When I had mine and I was activating my Aldi talk at that time, I used post-ident to verify my passport, and that's how I was able to activate my SIM card. So post-ident works just fine. What to do now? Has anyone seen this issue? How to solve this? Help is appreciated. Okay, so from these comments we can already see that there's a problem like with opening the account with Trade Republic for many nationalities, and there's a reason I've been only like, you know, talking about Trade Republic, and that is because like it is just so intuitive. Now I started, like, if you will go and like check out my earlier videos, like at that time I was just like only investing in MSCI world and I was investing in MSCI emerging markets. I stopped and sold the emerging markets because I was not seeing any kind of growth there, and I would rather invest in the developed markets because according to my logic, like they are not going to be not greedy for money anytime soon. They are going to keep on trying to optimize things, keep on acquiring smaller companies in different kind of countries. So thinking that all of that will go down is not nice. Now the interface is very intuitive. Today is supposed to be a bad day. That's why you see everything in red. But for example, for core MSCI world, this is what I started saving the first. And here, if you take a look, I have so far around 200 different stocks of MSCI world. And even though things are going down right now, it has shown me a positive performance because I've been investing consistently throughout this pandemic. So that means I was able to buy a lot of shares at a very cheap price, and now it is still doing well for me. I've been saving the core MSCI World consistently, and ever since from 22nd January, and seems like I started with 210 euros and then I just like kept on increasing it. Now it is nice to see, because the first rule of investing is that you start early, even if you start small. That is very important to everybody who is like young right now. Like I'm 25 right now. Anybody maybe who starts with 20 whatsoever, they definitely have a lot more leverage on that. Like they can just save less amounts for a longer time, and they can still do better at their retirement than many other people. And like I said, I really love it now. But for example, the people who cannot, let's say, open Trade Republic, there's also a very good alternative out there, and we are going to then talk about it now. I'm also going to show you how I actually came to know about it afterwards. Isadora said, love your videos. You prefer Trade Republic than DGiro. Very important thing. I do not prefer DGiro, eToro, or Trading 212 or any of these platforms, because these are not German brokers. That means they are not going to transfer your taxes to the Finanzamt automatically. That is extremely important to remember, because if you use any kind of other brokers, then you have to manually fill out your taxes, which is a pain. So don't do it. Go with German brokers. They will save you tons of time. If I buy an ETF on Trade Republic, I still need to do a tax return. You don't, because Trade Republic, being a German broker, is already going to transfer any kind of profits you make, 25%, or to be exact, 26.375% of the profits you make, to the Finanzamt. Or if we talk about the other use case where you're getting dividends from different countries, then it's a different story, and we'll talk about it in tomorrow's video. So that's why I only go with the German brokers. Now, how did I come to know about Scalable Capital? So Sinchan Roy wrote, same here. After Trade Republic said we won't be able to verify Indian passport and they don't have post-ident. Yet I opened my depot with Scalable Capital. It is quite good. The premium membership starts with 3 euros per month, but you can do unlimited transactions. Have you heard or know about Scalable Capital? Would like to know your reviews about it. Just a suggestion for your future videos. Most of the videos are very much aligned to your broker, which most of your viewers are not able to open. It probably is worthwhile discussing the benefits of other brokers too. So Sinchan, first of all, thank you so much for taking out your time for writing this comment. Now, after this comment, I was able to get in touch with Scalable Capital, and the fun thing here is that unlike Trade Republic, where the customer support is still I'm not like the happiest with them. At Scalable Capital, at least I was able to get in touch with them in the very starting, and was able to like ask all of the important questions that I needed in order to make this video for you. Now, if you go to Just ETF, now this is an important website that everybody should know about. Here you see we are talking about the top MSCI World ETFs. Now, there are a few different options. The first one is the best, as in which is producing the maximum returns. Then is the largest, and then is the cheapest. Now, the thing with ETFs is that you should ideally be choosing the ones which are bigger, because they are more profitable for the providers, and that way these do not get dissolved. So in case like some ETF gets dissolved, it gets merged with some other kind of fund, so you will essentially not lose any money whatsoever, but it's still like unnecessary stress. And that's why I prefer this iShares Core MSCI World Accumulating Index Fund. Now, so when you click on this, you see it has the largest fund size of 21, what is it, billion now? Germans also have crazy like systems. 21,320 million. So if you click on this, you are going to see the screen where it shows the details about this index fund. And if you go down about saving plan offers for this and this, and you go to show all offers, you are going to come to this screen. And after looking at this the first time, I was like, all right, Scalable Capital, this is an important broker and we shouldn't be taking it lightly at all. So if you take a look at your savings amount, the Sparplan, which is called in German, so how much money you're investing in, let's say, MSCI World Index Fund, every single month or twice a month whatsoever, it will show you what is the savings plan offer and what is the brokerage fee. Now, if you take a look at this, you have Scalable Capital, you have free of charge, so nothing is charged whatsoever. The 25 euros that you are investing, it directly goes into the fund. Trade Republic is the same story. Whereas Consorsbank charges 38 cents, Comdirect 38 cents, Smart Broker 80 cents, and so on. So it keeps on increasing. For 50 euros, still Scalable Capital and Trade Republic are nice offers. Then if you go for 100 euros, they are still the better ones. You go to 150, still nice. 200, still nice. And what is the reason? Because they're not charging any kind of commission whatsoever in the middle. So this makes it very easy for the beginners, because if you think about it, you can just start investing with 25 euros a month into the index fund. And if we go to the index fund calculator, which I'm going to link in the description of this video, so let me just show it real quick. iShares Sparplan Rechner. All right, so now look at this. Even if you're like investing, let's say €0 in the starting, and you're only investing €25 a month, and you have a return rate of, let's say, around like 7.5%, 8%. How are we choosing this? This we are choosing by taking a look at the MSCI World Index PDF. Then you will see what is the 10-year return rate, or like you can also choose like since 2000, like whatever fits you. Generally, we can take a look at the last 10 years. It's around 10%. If we adjust it for inflation, it can come somewhere around 2.5 to 3%. So let's do this, 7.5. So let's say you're 25 right now. You're starting now and you want to save till you are 65. That means you will be saving for 40 years. And you're saving only €25 a month. That means towards the end, you will still have around €70,500. And out of that, the compound interest that you got is alone €58,500. And the only money that you've put inside is €12,000. Now, if I would change these things, let's say you are not 25 now, you are 35 and you only have 30 years to invest, you see how quickly it declines. The compound interest just goes down to 23,000. Now, supposing that you're a smart investor and like once you get a job or something, you increase these payments to, let's say, €100 or even like, let's say €500 a month. Let's do something like this. And we want to invest for 30 years. Nah? So then the compound interest is what? 461,000. You paid 180,000 inside. But here's the difference. Now, if I would do it for 40 years, that means you started with 25. The difference is that the value will be over 1 million. You will get a compound interest of alone more than 1 million. But if you're doing it for just 30 years, you start late and you're just waiting and you're just sitting and you're not doing anything, then that becomes half. Just in 10 years. That's why I'm saying it's always very important to start early. For me, it was my New Year's resolution to actually start investing this year. And I'm really proud that I'm able to like save so much money in my brokerage account and actually have started receiving good dividends now. Previously, that was just something which I was always scared from. But now taking a look at how your money is working for you and now is paying you dividends and stuff, that is definitely a very nice feeling. So for example, in Johnson & Johnson, I didn't have to touch anything. And the more money you're putting inside. Recently, I've also invested in some Reits. So I've invested in AGNC, Stag Industrial, Realty Income, and Prospect Capital. These are going to give out monthly dividends. That will also be another motivating factor. And the nice thing is that it is making you independent. So any kind of like extra expenses come along or something happens, you will have this money saved up on the side and working for you all this time so that you can get back to it when you actually need it. Right? So now we understand what is the importance of starting early. Now we take a look at the Etf Savings Plans again. So I still believe Scalable Capital is a very good choice in the starting. And I'm going to put the link for this in the description too. If we go through the details, what kind of different things it offers, I would say like you can definitely start with the first one because you're only saving in the MSCI World Index in the starting. And this first Sparplan is completely free. You don't have to pay anything at all. The only hurdle right now is they are saying like if you want to invest in stocks or something, or if you want to just like buy something, you have to buy a minimum of €500. Now I've talked to them and they've told me that they're working on this and this price is going to come down, because I remember with Trade Republic it was also like very high previously, and slowly the more customers they got, the more they were able to reduce their order volumes. And also they've progressed a lot, because previously the monthly savings plan was supposed to be at least €50, but now they have made it available also at €25, and especially because it also offers people who don't have the German nationality to start investing very easily and at a very like beginner friendly level. Another important thing that you're taking a look at is Steuerbescheinigung. So this is definitely very important because Scalable Capital is a German broker. They're able to provide you that. So now let's quickly go through how you can open the depot with them. You can open the depot with the link in the description. And when you go through it, it really supports the channel and I can keep on making videos like this without any kind of additional cost to you. So if we click on Depot öffnen, here they will ask for your email address. I'm going to put it inside. So then I have to confirm the email. So here I see I have received an email from Scalable. So here I will click on confirming the email address, and then we will have different kind of options. I'm going to first go with the free one. Then you can fill out all of the details here. You have your title, Herr, Frau, then afterwards first name, last name, if you're married or not, your date of birth, where you were born, which country you were born in, then what is your nationality, your address, your phone number, your taxes, which kind of country you're taxable in. So for most of you who are residing in Germany, it is Germany. Then you put your Steuer ID. So this is your ID number, which you will get from the Finanzamt. And that is also not a problem, because they say that if you don't have it, they can do it automatically for you afterwards, which is very nice. So once you have done all of that, you go forward, and then afterwards you have to verify your identity with the help of Postident. If you will also go in their help section, they have written very clearly that this Geldwäschegesetz konforme Identifizierung kann bei uns online per Videochat. So either you can do with video chat with your ID card, or you can do with Postident with the branch of Deutsche Post. So again, this is very nice, and this really solves the problem that most of the people are facing, which is not being able to like even open the depot and start investing in the index funds. Because of course, when you're no longer a student, or like maybe you feel like you want to invest more, then you still have the option of investing more money. And this plan is as good as Trade Republic. So this is always for free and like even 1 cent cheaper. But if you go with this one, this could be like very interesting for trading. So like if you're doing a lot of like trades back and forth, because you don't have €1 cost for every single trade, which is very nice. Of course, you have some kind of costs when the spreads are high or low or something. So that you have to take a look at. More details on that we will discuss in another video. But for now, at least open your depot, start investing. If not with Trade Republic, then you can definitely take a look at Scalable Capital. It's a very nice option too. And that's it. If you still have some kind of questions whatsoever, you can still let me know in the comment section below. And I will see you in another video.